Okay, so I am now ready for the powder coat stage. So what I need to do here now is remove these two pieces of rubber, and then I'm going to get them ready. I have to cover them on high temperature tape. But if I see this stuff, so I will only be using this tape near where the powder coating meets. Let's see if I flip this up on its end. Can't really do that. So I will only be using that tape. Sort of, it's hard to explain. There will be a nice clean cut edge between the zinc primer and the mirror polish plates. Only at the first stage, the zinc primer. Then the white base, what I'm going to do is, well, before I apply the white powder, I'm going to raise the lower piece of tape up, the high temperature tape up, approximately about 5 mil, but only after I give the zinc primer a wee blend in to the mirror plate first. So it's tricky and it's going to be slow, but after that, the tape will then only be used at the top half of the plate. Obviously, I don't want the powder like a straight edge between the candy colour and the mirror finish, so that makes sense. So I'm going to remove these pieces of rubber here first. These pieces of tire. Well, not tire, tubes of caraway. So hopefully there's no grit in behind this from the sandblasting stage. So the oven, the booth, everything's behind me, ready to rock, all set up. So if there is a wee bit of sand on it, a wee bit of grit, it doesn't matter. I'll just tape over the top of it. Well, I might give it a wee blow off. I don't want to rub it too much. I can maybe dab it just. So here we go. I don't think there'll be any sand in there, to be honest. Now we're going to do the ones on the horizontal plate. Okay, so that's the end cable ties off. So there is sand falling down there, but it doesn't matter as long as it falls down, not up the way. So next step now is removing the pieces of carrot tube that I put on. Well, on that. So that was live stream part 14. So there we go. There we have the mirror finish. It is immaculate still. So I don't want to be holding the box frame too much, but I've new gloves on here. So there we have it. So the next step here now is removing this double-sided tape that acted as the seal. It kept the sand from going up to the mirror plates. And after that, I'm going to tape it, and then the next live stream, we're going to be powder coating it. So, bring these cameras down a bit closer here. So, obviously, this is much more trickier than let me see if I can just powder coating the entire frame. But me being me, I'm really fussy and I like things done different. So here we have it. So I'm just going to set up the main camera here too. So today I will have this thing, the zinc primer applied, and the powder coat, first stage. Okay. So I'm going to move this back a wee bit here now. Just trying to make sure you can see what I'm doing. For the genuine. So, don't want to rub it too much because there's still sand around it, so we're going to remove this one. So this was done on live stream part 14. I didn't just lash it on, I took my time and done it right. And that's why we have this nice finish still on all the edges and the two faces on both plates. So the double-sided tape's next. Have to just pick it off. I don't want to be using any petrol or anything because I can't rub it. See, it's that well attached now because I cleaned it with paraffin that day. Dabbed it. So I'll just have to peel it off like this gently by touching the mirror finish. So I'll continue on here with live stream 16, part 16. Okay everyone, I'm just stopping the other camera here. I'm going to move it back out of the way. And I'm just going to focus on the live stream here because it's going to take a wee minute just to get this off, to leave it perfect. So I will be using this high temperature tape in a moment, but I will only be using that for the zinc primer, the first stage, at the bottom. I'll talk about that when I'm going through the powder coating stages. So I don't want to be interfering with the mirror finish too much. You can polish it again, but you can't obviously polish it up near the powder coat that I'll have it blended into. So I just have to be careful here. Okay, so that's that edge done. I'll just lift it to show you what I'm doing. So we have a mirror edge here, mirror face. So I'm going to try and get this one off now on the side. It's hard to get off. It's because I dabbed the plate with a, what did I use again? Thinners. Hard to get off, like glue. Keep peeling for me, it's not going to peel. So I was planning to get this taped in this live stream, but I don't know if I'm going to be able to do this in this live stream because I thought it'd be much faster. Taping, it's going to be quick. Sticking this stuff off here. So again, this was the seal to protect it. To protect the plates when I was sandblasting them, the frame this morning. I didn't think it was going to be this tight to get off. It's hard, difficult. So I have the powder coating, my booth, ready. I'm going to do a live stream on it in a moment. I have my oven ready too. And I'm going to show or demonstrate my tracking system between the two units that I designed. So it's a quick release thing. So it's a slow hay, but there's not much I can do. And I have to make sure I don't wreck the plates here. The quicker I go on the boat the chain in the back by the time I get this off. Okay, so this is coming off. Maybe I should heat it. I don't want to do it. I don't want to interfere with the plate at all. So the first stage here now, in the moment, is going to be the zinc primer. I'm just just need to be careful. I just need to be careful. I'm exhausted picking this up. I think there's a wee bit of panic here. So I'm making sure they have all the sand flipped off my gloves as I go here. So if this was just an ordinary frame now, we could just powder coat the whole thing, but that's not the case, is it? It's 1,000 times harder. I was hoping to get this taped in this live stream, but it's not coming off too well. I could try and pull it the whole way, but I don't want to be touching the mirror. I'll just go for it, I'll pull it. Awkward. So I'm inside because I'm just wee bit of fear in case it rains. Peeling it's most effective, but the problem is you can mark it. So I'll try and do this what I'm doing here. Use the gloves. So peeling it's only risky. Too risky peeling it. I'll try and do this the whole way across, but I have 4 sides to do here. So you can see there where I powder coated, or sorry, I blasted the bottom of the mirror plate. That doesn't matter because I'm going a wee bit higher with the powder. This is good. This is a slow way. This is slow. Don't even know if anybody's watching. It's kind of boring. The powder coating stage is coming up. I'll just give you a wee insight into that, and then so there's the oven that I built, and there's the booth. So the booth is extraction and all. I designed all this. I made this canister. I made this everything you see here except for this cyclone. We have pedals here. A foot pedal. Is it even switched on? How do you see? So on there's a screen under my tracking system. And here we have the pedal. And I can spin the objects and hang them here and coat them with powder. There's the oven. And it's sitting there running at the minute. For anybody that just jumped on. So the oven's at the front. And in the background there's the booth. And I'm using a hoover for the cyclone. That recycles, holds the powder, recovers it. So I don't really care about recovering the zinc because it's not important. But the candy, well, sometimes I recover the powder. This is so hard to get off. Credit card. I can't touch the mirror at all. It's like pulling hard chewing gum off a sofa or something. You know, it's not coming off easy. And it breaks. Here, keep going like that and I'll be happy. Oh, it's so slow. I'll try pinning it again. Maybe bit of friction there. I'm touching the mirror, but there's no sand underneath it. I hope not. I thought this live stream was going to be about 5 minutes long, hey, but I didn't think it was going to be so hard to get that off. That's 3M brand free. So there we have the mild steel weld. Obviously you don't see it. There's like a concave sort of corner there now. Concave surface. So when I put the zinc primer on this now, right? Oh, look at that, it's coming off there now. When I put the zinc primer on this, I'll be powder coating to the top of that mild steel weld, right? Onto the stainless plate with tape. But when I go to do the base coat, I have to leave this. I'm going to half cure the zinc, and I'm going to leave it until it cools down, and I'm going to give it a wee sand to blend it into the mirror finish. And after that, the next stage will be the base coat. So the base coat will be another 5mm on top of where I just blended the zinc into the mirror. So it's kind of tricky, but I will get it right. So when that's done, then the same bit of tape, where is it? This tape won't be, that's all sand. So shouldn't have set it on the ground, but this tape will be this bit of tape at the top will always be on, and I'll never take it off. But the wee bit at the bottom, the bottom layer as you call it, so you can imagine you need 2 layers to cover that. I'll keep raising it in stages of approximately a depth of 5mm or even 5mm intervals each time. But when I have the white blended into the mirror, blended in, just going to give it a wee feather. I'm not going to touch the mirror. I'm just going to take the edge off the white. Then I'm going to hit it with candy. And the tape won't be a straight edge. What I'll do here is I'll have a nice sweeping, like a sweep on the tape, a curve. And I'll have it pulled back here. And basically when I hit it with powder, it'll sort of blend in rather than leaving a sharp edge. So it's a wee trick. You can do that with painting too, by the way. So let's say this plate, there's wee marks on it in the end. I will be able to give it a wee polish, obviously not onto the candy or the lacquer, but I will only be able to go up maybe about 10mm away from it. I'm not going to be able to polish into the candy because it's obviously going to just burn or mark the powder coating. Okay, so it'll make more sense as I go on, but you've more likely never seen anything like this before because it's obviously really tricky to do. But I'll get her done here. So again, I'm just making sure there's no, I know I'm going on the detail here, but I'm sort of just describing the process. So shaking the gloves off because as you can see, this is still covered in sand, grit from the sandblasting. This tape at the top shouldn't have any sand on it, but I'm just trying to keep my finger rubbing where the tape is removed so there'll be no sand on it. Obviously I'm not going to start rubbing this, but here we're okay because the tape will have, it's just removed from that surface, so there should be no sand on it. And peeling it's the best way here. But as I say, if I didn't use this tape, well basically I'd be screwed right now, be all destroyed. The mirror finish. So we'll try and give it a wee pull, it's not going to work, so I'll just have to keep peeling it. So I will be moving over to my powder coating unit in a minute. But what I might do is I might do a new live stream to do that. But I have to tape these first, as I say, and this is going straight into the oven in a minute. Not to degas it because it's not aluminium, but just to give it a wee heat up. It's not a cast. So I don't exactly need to remove air bubbles or anything. And another thing, I'm hoping. So, believe it or not, so when you have mirror finish and you put it in, you put high temperature on it, it can tend to like leave wee pimples for some strange reason when it's in an oven. Sort of, the heat reacts with the surface. I'm hoping it doesn't happen here with these plates. So the cure temperature of this here will only be 180 degrees. Usually I go a bit higher with alloy wheels and stuff, but I'm not going to risk it with these mirror plates. So that's complete. So you can see there now if you look at that. you see the way you can see the mirror finish blended into the mild steel? So what I was saying this morning when I was blasting this, it's a bit tricky to do, and obviously there's a bit of skill involved. So I'm going through, that's as low as I can get the phone there for anybody that's watching. So again, now I'm going to move on to this face, remove this seal. So there's a loud car coming there. Hello. Lexus, isn't it? Right, so again we just have to peel this. Let me get a look at that so I'm not working that. Not. So as I say, when I'm peeling this now, right, there's no sand behind it, so I can risk just rubbing my finger on it here. Obviously I can't pull it off because it just breaks. It's like chewing gum. That's what I can describe it as. It's really, really tight. It's took a really good hold to the mirror finish. Obviously because it's really, really flat. I have sanded it and polished it. And the adhesive is just so strong. My fingers start to hurt now. It's took a really strong hold there. Like. Oh, I didn't think I'd be going to this extreme and pulling tape off. You know, I could put a wee bit of heat to it, but I'm not going to interfere with it. So I'll just keep her lit here. I'll move over to the powder coating oven in a moment. So thank you to the ones there that give me the support, the thumbs up, I appreciate it. You obviously understand the level of detail I'm going through here. So if anybody has any questions about building powder coating booth, powder coating oven, ask away, because I will be doing a wee demonstration in a minute on my homemade ones. So there we have it, people. We have just one more to take off, and that is there. So when I install my wheel hubs now onto this, you will see them, and you'll see the reflection of the hubs and all on the wheels, and I don't need to worry about chipping this part, these grooves where the axles slide into, QS205 and QS273. So again, making sure no sand on my gloves, because there was. So pulling this one now, touching this frame here, they're still covered in sand. So we can't pull it because it just breaks. You just have to peel it. And my index finger is starting to hurt in that hand. So what you see here is just marks left by the adhesive. Petrol is the best thing to remove that, not even thinners. Petrol just far better removing adhesive or anything like that. Even over thinners. So here we go. But I will just give it a polish instead at the end when the thing's powder coated. Because I'm just not going to be rubbing it at all. So why am I going to this extreme with the mirror finish plates? Just to be different. To show what can be done. Somebody's out there. I can't. Hold on a minute. I'll tell this one to go away. Hi. Call up with a. No, I've got a DPD parent thrown out. Are the fixed here? Hi, leave it at the round there and I'll get it. Thank you. Okay, everyone, I'm back here. Hello. There's somebody out there. So as I say, my finger is killing me here now. This left hand, so I'm going to use my middle finger in the right. So we're nearly done here, really, for the taping stage. So I could see there when I'm pulling this that I'm not marking it. When I'm swilling the double-sided tape up, when I'm rolling it up, the best way to get it off here. So I'm now using my middle finger to support my index because that's sore. So if I was to leave this outside now, the whole frame would turn orange and the actual mirror polish plates will be gleaming forever. This is near salt water or something. But it's not, obviously. Well, in saying that, the mirror finish actually acts as a barrier against sort of preventing corrosion, believe it or not. So here we go. I'm going to start taping this up here now. I'm not going to rub the plates, I'm just going to dab them, make sure no sand. Perfect. So I'm going to use this high temperature tape now if I can find it. So there is what we took off. We done these in live stream part 14. The pieces of car tube to protect the mirror finish running into the mild steel. Here we have the oven that I created, that I built. She's sitting here running, sitting at 220 degrees. So the backing panel is off the oven, right? And the reason it's off the oven is because that thing that you see on the floor there is too big. So I had to take it off, right? So there's my tracking system. We'll get into that when I'm powder coating. There's the backing part that I made. So that's for the fans, obviously. That's all handmade, believe it or not. It took a lot of time to cut all them out by hand. 3mm plate. That's 5 and that's 3. This is the powder coating booth. I'll turn the lights on here. So this is the booth that I built. At least the lights not coming on. Well, they are on. That one's just not working. I need to fix it. Okay, so here we have the powder coating booth, right? And we have this tracking system on this part of the booth too. So when I go now to powder coat, you'll see this in operation. I'll be going between the oven and the booth. And the object will be slid on the poly thing that you see that I made there. That's the oven part. And this is just a bracket for the oven part that you see me made on, I don't know, live stream part 10 or something. So you seen me tapping these holes and drilling them if you've watched the earlier live streams. And what they're there to do is to hold this now for this process. So we have the hoover here. When that's turned on, it creates cyclone. So look, what this is used for, this white part is purchased £15, £25 or something. The rest of everything you see here is made, handmade. This is all handmade. So this is all stainless steel, and below this is powder coated with this booth, believe it or not. This here is all made by me and glued on. So this is the cycle now. It's basically like collects the powder. We have this motor up at the top that I created too. On the ground here, we have, when I hit that, it spins this. And basically, when I'm powder coating someone here, I can hit the foot pedal and turn the object without touching it. What do we see? So, at the very start when I made this powder coating booth, this tracking system that you see made out of stainless here, this was not, this was an additional component design that I added for doing alloy wheels. So I can run an alloy wheel from the booth to the oven on that tracking system. The tracking system seen here is the link between the oven and the booth. So when I open the door, do you want me to show you? So when I open the door here now, right? So when I open the door of my oven, the first thing I'll do here is I'll grab this part and I'll put it into the little latches that I made there. But the problem is I need my other hand here. So what do we see? There we go. I'm trying to do this in one hand. So there we have it. There's my my tracking system latched into the oven, right? And now, if I want to slide anything from the oven to the booth, I will link this to the booth seen here. I'll just pull it up And basically, let me see, hopefully I'm trying to do this with one hand, so bear with me please, 2 seconds. So there we have it, that's all cut out by hand. Any pieces is all done by the grinder, believe it or not. So there we have the powder coating booth linked to the oven. So I'll slide the whatever object I'm powder coating from this booth across this tracking system and into the oven. I'll take the tracking system off, move the booth back a couple inches if need be, and just close the door. I don't need to because the door passes the booth. So the powder coat, or sorry, the painting of the two units here is done in Cubital Orange. This is all built out of stainless. What we have here is a timer at the top. We have the digital stat at the bottom. We have lights for the oven. We have the fan at the back. This thing can be set, so I have created this in such a way that I can release the time and I can reset the time here to 600 seconds, which is 10 minutes. I can hold the time until I see it's starting to cure. And when it starts to cure, then I can release the time. And I have the oven set that she automatically shuts down herself. This is all handmade, hand folded. So basically it's all tracked and it's all done professionally. There's the fan where she draws just a wee bit of cool air for it. And there's the top of it, it's just finished the exact same way. And there's the bottom of it. So it's all done professionally. So the oven is 8 kilowatt too, I never pointed that out. These hinges here aren't just bolted on to anything. This is all designed properly inside. If you see the video on this oven on my channel, you'll see that it's all reinforced and it's all done properly. So again, we have this aluminium channel. We have a mirror finish here, because I like doing things in stainless. We have this handle that you can see it's got a lovely, it's not just square brackets, square plates, it's done like on a cloud effect, all countersunked and all done properly. Everything's mirror finish. And there's the latches for closing her. So that's it everyone, the tracking system is on. The cyclone's in action, so if I stay powder coating here now, she draws the powder up into here. Yeah. We have air if I need to blow off a wee bit of the part. So let's say that I didn't want powder on, I don't know, round threads of a bolt. I would just go like that with this. And we also have this door that slides up and down on channels and all that I've created. And these channels is all pig welded on here, seen her dab here, dab here, and a dab here. And it's a lot of work put into it, as you can see. So there's 2 foot pedals, but only one of them's used, and that's for the spindle. As I say, so say if I was to do these small items, I can hook this onto it. Well, that's closed, hold on. So all my wee bit of wire, bits there. So it's really handy, obviously, because if I didn't have this, well, powder coating's useless. So I slide this under here, I guess. Sorry, I don't even know if I'm holding the phone right. I'm trying to. So I would put that in there and hang my objects on it. But the tracking system will be removed. And in here we have a digital screen, and I can control the speed of that motor. So what do we see if I get the pedal here? So it's obviously not spinning now because it's hitting that, there we go, it's hitting that frame. So I could spin like small objects without touching it. So the whole powder coating booth's grounded, so I don't need to ground the object. Yeah, so that's it. I think I've touched on everything. This is all, well, this is done in the press brake. Somebody let me in the press brake to do this. We have got a rubber seal around the door. Everything's stainless steel. We have 100mm here because the insulation inside it is quite deep to obviously store the heat. The backing panel is removed off the heating elements. As I say, the oven is, what did I say it was? 8 kilowatt. Is it that big? No, it's 5 kilowatt. Sorry, got that wrong. So all these wee brackets, that's brackets off the oven. So that's the genuine brackets you would get in your cooking oven. And then I've made these additional ones out of stainless steel to keep the glass from falling down off this channel. So this here is cement board. It's not high temperature, don't think it is, but it works really well. I've also got a nice sort of L piece here that I can slide a grid onto if I wanted to hang loads of parts up. So here we have another support just between this channel and this channel. This door's made in sections. So at the front, when I go around this side, this door's made in sections. So at the front here we have the cement board, and the inside then we have insulation. Then we have something else. I don't remember what it was, but there's definitely like a, I don't know what is on there again, but in the middle, but there's definitely a different pattern in the middle. Then it's just to space the two different insulation boards out tight, so that these mirror plates, this mirror plate is pushed out to the channel. So the mirror, that there's 2mm plate, by the way. Yeah. Obviously I don't want to push that round and hit the tracking system, so I'll turn this hoover off. So the hoover was purchased for this because the colour coding. I'm going to remove this booth or this tracking system again, okay? So I'm going to put the camera on the stand maybe, or I'll try and do it without it. I'll use my head here, hold on. My poor head. Right, there we have it. So that's a tracking system disconnected from the booth. So if you can imagine me now sliding, I've already slid my object, my part into the oven, right? Then all I would do is take this off, and it's designed really precise. That's all cut out by hand there and TIG welded on. So I'll take it outside to show you. So if you look at the hooks, the hooks aren't they're bent out a wee bit at the end too after I cut them. So that's the intermediate tracking system, I'll call it. And that's the middle. This is the first stage, second stage, third stage. So part in the oven now. And there we go. So thanks to the support for all the genuine there. I'm going to move on now and start back at the project. So there's a little view here of the oven. If anybody has any questions about making one, let me know. Or if they want to make a booth. So this booth has recovery, powder recovery. It has the low voltage motor for the spindle. It has this stainless tray that I've created. So basically, if powder, well, obviously the powder's going to fall in this, so you can scrape the powder up into this dome and put it down through a hole here, and you can put a bag onto this with a cable tie to recover the powder. Okay, so that's it. Thanks for watching, everyone. I'm going to move on to the other part. So they've all been uploaded to my channel, and obviously they're very different and very unique, but they never got the support they deserved. They never got the credit, and that's just the way things are. When you build really extraordinary things and things that are completely different, people hate it. So there we have it. I'll go back to my project, because this needs to be powder coated today. So I'm going to start taping this up here now. But I need to run the other camera maybe for a wee minute. Hopefully I do get this powder coated today. Right, so where is that tape? Okay, so the next stage here is applying this high temperature tape. So as I mentioned at the start of this live stream, I think it's part 16, the top layer won't ever be removed until the powder coating's finished. But between the different stages, the powder coating stages, this lower layer will be tweeted each time. 2 times it will be basically with the edge of the tape just tight to the mirror plate, but during the candy coat it will be different. It will have a swoop on it, the tape, so the sharp edge, we don't want the sharp edge there because we want to sort of feather the candy colour into the mirror plate. So here we go. So at the bottom of this plate I think there's I do think there's polish on it. I'm just thinking, is that polish going to interfere with the powder coating? So what I'm going to do before I put the tape on here is I'm going to get a bit of thinners and I'm just going to have to rub it. So I'll have to go get some out here outside. Right. So let's see what happens here. I'm trying to stick to the wheel. Risky, risky. So there's the oven there now, just shutting down. So basically what happens is it stays on for, I don't know, what is it? So basically the elements are now off, but the beeping noise is telling me that it's obviously shutting down, but the fans are staying on for 3 minutes or something. Just to circulate the air within the oven. So that's that side done when I flip it around. Oh, yeah. So I want the zinc primer on this today because I don't want it lying overnight in the moisture, with moisture in the air. So I'm ready for the tape. Hopefully this stuff is not going to be hard to get off the mirror finish. So the way I'm going to do this here is I'm going to just measure it first. You got sticky, that stuff. Let me see. So if I put that on there, right? Right. This is going to be much like the older stuff. So there we have that on there, right? I'm going to pull this one out. I'm going to pull this one out. And I'm just going to maybe cut it down this way. And I'm going to close this corner, so that closes the corner now so no powder can get in. The same this one. And what I can do here is I can maybe just pull on around the corner. Like that. Okay. So a wee bit slow, but not much I can do here. So the bit of tape now, the bottom there bit of tape is the bit that will always be removed. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to finish the top layer first. So that begins now. I'll just turn the oven off there. So this layer here now, right, will always be on during the powder coating. I won't be changing it. But the bottom layer will be changed 4 times, is it? So I'll do this one and then I'll finish the live stream and I'll start powder coating later on. So again, the neater the better. everything I do, I would take pride on, even putting this tape on, believe it or not. So there we have it. The top layer is complete and it's all sealed up. So the next thing to do here now is focus on the bottom. So the bottom is really important here because it's going to be what splits the mirror plate to the zinc primer. So I have decided to do this first layer 10mm up from, well, maybe 5mm away from the weld. So we need to keep this nice and parallel to the edges of the plate because we want the edge looking neat when we have complete this. So when we see it, I get this right. What's that look like? So you can see here, it looks rough. What do we see? Well, I'll get the burners out. Okay, so I'm happy with that. I think. Or could I go a wee bit lower? No. So there we have it. I'm leaving it there. So obviously this one's going to be easier to put on. I don't need to worry about the corners. So we've got 10mm up from the bottom of the plate roughly. And then see when there's a wee edge left there. I'll just I'll get a bit of sandpaper and I'll curl the sandpaper to the tips of my finger. And I'll just sort of touch the edge and nothing else off the zinc primer. So I'll do the back of it, right? Do you know something? Could I go lower? Could I go lower? I'm not happy. Could I go lower with that side? What do I think? Nah. Do you know something? I've changed my mind. I'm going to lower this to 5mm for a reason. Because the white base will act as a coat, as a base coat, as a primer. So I'm going to lower it. I'm going to put a wee bit on here. So I'm going to come right down to as low as I can get. So hopefully I'm not blocking the view. Because you know something, if I come onto the weld, it'll be much easier to work with. You know what I mean? I'm going to cut this and I'm going to line it up. The problem is I'm down on the floor working. Right, I think I'm going to be happy with that. So the zinc primer is going to just come to there, and that's it. We don't want it too high because we want the white base, the base coat, coming up the plate. We want to keep the zinc on my steel. So I'll do the back here now. So all the welds are smoothed out completely. You won't see them. Okay, everyone. So what I'm going to do there, right, is I'm going to continue this off the live stream because I want to get it right. Okay, so I'll do the powder coating maybe half an hour. So see you all later. Bye.